Not everyone you encounter in life has good intentions. While most people strive for kindness and fairness, there are those whose actions stem from a darker place, self-interest, manipulation, or malice. Recognizing these signs can protect you from the harm an evil person might bring into your life. Here are 5 clear indicators that someone near you may not have your best interests at heart. 1. They constantly manipulate others. One of the most telling signs of an evil person is their habitual use of manipulation to control those around them. Manipulation is their weapon of choice, a subtle but powerful tool that allows them to exploit the emotions, vulnerabilities, and trust of others to achieve their own goals. Unlike straightforward individuals who value open communication and mutual understanding, manipulators thrive in confusion, deceit, and emotional turmoil. At the core of manipulation is an insatiable desire for control. Evil people will twist facts, distort conversations, and craft elaborate scenarios to suit their narrative. They often employ psychological tactics like gaslighting, making you doubt your perceptions or memories. For instance, if you confront them about harmful behavior, they might dismiss your concerns with phrases like, "You're overreacting," or "That never happened." This not only invalidates your feelings but also shifts the focus away from their wrongdoing, leaving you feeling confused and powerless. Another hallmark of their manipulation is the use of guilt and emotional blackmail. They will position themselves as the victim in every situation, painting others as the aggressors or villains. For example, if you set boundaries or refuse a request, they might respond with, "I thought you cared about me," or, "After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me." Such statements are designed to make you feel obligated to comply with their demands, regardless of your own needs or well-being. Manipulators also excel at playing people against each other. By spreading falsehoods, exaggerating conflicts, or selectively sharing information, they create rifts between friends, family members, or colleagues. This divide-and-conquer strategy ensures that the people around them remain isolated, mistrustful of one another, and easier to control. If you've noticed recurring misunderstandings or tensions in your relationships after interacting with someone, it might be a sign that they're orchestrating these conflicts behind the scenes. It's important to note that manipulators are not always overtly aggressive or hostile. They often mask their intentions with charm, humor, or a pretense of concern. This duality makes it harder to identify their true motives, as their manipulative behavior can seem subtle or even harmless at first glance. However, over time, their actions reveal a pattern of exploitation and deceit that becomes impossible to ignore. The damage caused by constant manipulation is profound. It erodes your self-esteem, undermines your trust in others, and leaves you emotionally drained. If you suspect someone in your life is manipulating you, take a step back to evaluate the relationship objectively. Pay attention to how their words and actions make you feel confused, guilty, or indebted, and whether these feelings align with the reality of the situation. True relationships are built on trust, respect, and mutual care. Manipulation has no place in them. Recognizing this behavior early on is crucial to protecting your emotional well-being and maintaining healthy boundaries. 2. They derive pleasure from others' misfortunes. One of the most unsettling traits of an evil person is their ability to find joy in the pain or failure of others. Unlike empathetic individuals who feel compassion for those going through hardships, these people experience a sense of satisfaction, and sometimes even delight, when they see someone struggling. This behavior isn't just troubling, it's a clear indication of a toxic and harmful mindset. People who derive pleasure from others' misfortunes often mask their behavior under the guise of humor or indifference. They may laugh at someone's mistakes, mock their challenges, or make cutting remarks disguised as jokes. For example, if someone faces financial difficulties, an evil person might respond with a sarcastic comment like, "Well, maybe now you'll finally learn to budget," rather than offering support or understanding. Their reaction lacks empathy and reveals their true feelings. They see your struggle as an opportunity to elevate themselves or simply to amuse themselves. At their core, these individuals thrive on comparison. Someone else's failure makes them feel superior, as it shifts the focus away from their own insecurities or shortcomings. If a friend, colleague, or even a family member consistently responds to your challenges with smugness or subtle satisfaction, it's a strong indicator that they do not genuinely care about your well-being. Another red flag is when they actively seek out stories of hardship or failure. Not to offer help but to gossip or revel in the details. These individuals are drawn to drama and misfortune like moths to a flame. Instead of offering words of encouragement or finding ways to help, they use these moments to spread negativity, amplify the situation, or judge the person involved. More troubling is their tendency to sabotage others to create these misfortunes. Whether through subtle acts of undermining or outright interference, they take deliberate steps to cause harm, knowing full well the consequences of their actions. For instance, they might withhold important information at work, knowing it will cause you to fail, or spread damaging rumors to tarnish your reputation. Once the damage is done, they relish the fallout, finding a twisted sense of satisfaction in the chaos they've caused. The absence of empathy is what truly sets these individuals apart. While most people instinctively feel the pain of others and are moved to help, those who derive pleasure from others' struggles are emotionally disconnected. They lack the basic human capacity to care, and this makes their behavior not only toxic but dangerous. If you recognize someone in your life who exhibits these tendencies, it's crucial to establish boundaries. Protecting yourself from their negativity is not only necessary for your emotional well-being but also a way to prevent them from continuing their harmful behavior. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and show genuine care and compassion. True relationships are built on mutual respect and kindness, not on finding amusement or satisfaction in someone else's struggles. Recognizing this toxic trait early can save you from unnecessary harm and help you cultivate healthier, more supportive connections. 3. They are pathological liars. One of the most defining characteristics of an evil person is their compulsive tendency to lie. A pathological liar doesn't just twist the truth occasionally. They fabricate stories and manipulate facts so often that dishonesty becomes second nature to them. These lies aren't harmless, they are deliberate and calculated, designed to manipulate others, gain control, or cover up their true intentions. Pathological liars thrive in deception. Unlike ordinary lies, which might arise out of fear or a momentary lapse in judgment, their lies are habitual and often unnecessary. They lie even when the truth would suffice, weaving a web of deceit that becomes harder to untangle the closer you get to them. For instance, they might exaggerate their accomplishments to impress you, deny wrongdoing even when confronted with evidence, or fabricate details about others to sow distrust. What makes pathological lying particularly dangerous is the effort they put into making their lies believable. These individuals are skilled storytellers, capable of crafting intricate tales that tug at your emotions or align perfectly with your expectations. They use charm, confidence, and manipulation to make you question your own perceptions and believe their falsehoods. Over time, this constant deceit erodes trust, leaving you uncertain about what's real and what's fabricated. Another troubling aspect of pathological liars is their refusal to admit when they're caught. Even when confronted with undeniable proof, they'll double down on their lies, often shifting blame or playing the victim to deflect attention. For example, if you catch them spreading a false rumor, they might claim, "I only said it because I was worried about you," or "someone else told me that, and I just repeated it." This refusal to take accountability is a hallmark of their toxic behavior. Pathological lying is often a tool they use to manipulate and control others. They create a reality that serves their own agenda, distorting the truth to keep people off balance. By keeping you in a constant state of doubt, they make it harder for you to challenge them or see through their intentions. This manipulation can leave you feeling confused, mistrustful, and emotionally drained. Their lies also serve to isolate you from others. They may fabricate stories about mutual friends or colleagues, painting them in a negative light to make you doubt their loyalty. This tactic, known as divide and conquer, ensures that the pathological liar remains the central figure in your life, cutting off potential sources of support or truth. Dealing with a pathological liar requires vigilance and strong boundaries. Recognize the patterns of dishonesty and refuse to be drawn into their web of deceit. Trust your instincts. If something feels off or doesn't align with the facts, don't dismiss your intuition. Surround yourself with people who value honesty and integrity. And don't hesitate to distance yourself from those who repeatedly prove themselves untrustworthy. Lies may offer temporary comfort or convenience, but they destroy trust, which is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Protecting yourself from a pathological liar means prioritizing your peace of mind and building connections with people who respect the truth as much as you do. 4. They divide and conquer. A classic tactic of toxic and manipulative individuals, particularly those with harmful intent, is the strategy of divide and conquer. These people deliberately create conflict, misunderstandings, and division among others to consolidate their own power and control. It's a subtle yet effective method that keeps everyone around them destabilized, mistrustful, and dependent on the manipulator. The essence of divide and conquer lies in sowing discord. These individuals will often spread rumors, exaggerate small disagreements, or outright fabricate stories to pit people against one another. For instance, they might tell you that a mutual friend has been speaking negatively about you behind your back. At the same time, they'll approach that same friend with similar falsehoods about you. This leads to a breakdown in communication, fostering tension and distrust among all parties except the manipulator, who remains at the center of the chaos. The goal of this tactic is clear: isolation. By driving a wedge between people who might otherwise support or protect each other, the manipulator ensures that no one forms a strong enough alliance to challenge them. This isolation serves their need for control, as it makes the individuals around them more reliant on the manipulator for guidance, approval, or a distorted version of the truth. What makes this behavior particularly insidious is its subtlety. At first, the manipulator may appear to be a helpful or caring figure, sharing concerns or warning you about others. They might frame their actions as protective, saying things like, "I just thought you should know what they said about you," or "I'm telling you this because I care about you." These statements mask their true intentions, making it harder to recognize their divisive behavior until significant damage has already been done. The effects of divide and conquer tactics can be devastating. Close friendships, family bonds, and workplace relationships can crumble under the weight of suspicion and conflict. People who once trusted and supported each other become adversaries, leaving the manipulator in a position of power. In some cases, the damage to relationships can be long-lasting or even permanent, as rebuilding trust is often a slow and challenging process. If you suspect someone is using divide and conquer tactics in your life, it's crucial to approach the situation with caution and clarity. Start by verifying any claims they make about others. Instead of taking their words at face value, go directly to the source and have an open, honest conversation. This not only helps you uncover the truth but also disrupts the manipulator's ability to control the narrative. Building strong, transparent relationships is the best defense against this toxic behavior. Encourage open communication among your social circle and resist the urge to engage in gossip or drama. When people are united and informed, a manipulator's attempts to create division are far less effective. Divide and conquer tactics thrive in secrecy and suspicion. By fostering trust and openness, you can break free from their web of control and protect the relationships that truly matter. Recognizing and addressing this behavior early on is essential for maintaining a healthy, supportive environment in both your personal and professional life. 5. They exploit your kindness. One of the most manipulative traits of toxic individuals is their ability to exploit the kindness and generosity of others. While compassion and understanding are qualities that define good people, those with harmful intentions see these virtues as opportunities for manipulation and control. Recognizing when someone is taking advantage of your goodwill is critical to protecting yourself from emotional and psychological harm. Exploitation often begins subtly. Toxic individuals may present themselves as helpless or constantly in need, tugging at your empathy to get what they want. For instance, they might tell you exaggerated tales of hardship to elicit your support or guilt-trip you into helping them. Over time, their requests escalate from reasonable favors to unreasonable demands, leaving you drained, overburdened, and wondering how you got to this point. The manipulator thrives on your reluctance to say no. They may frame your refusal as selfishness or a betrayal, leveraging guilt to ensure compliance. Statements like, "I thought you were a good friend," or, "If you really cared about me, you'd help," are common tools they use to bend you to their will. This emotional manipulation not only keeps you engaged but also undermines your self-confidence, making it harder to stand up for yourself in the future. Another hallmark of this behavior is their lack of reciprocity. While they eagerly accept your help, they rarely, if ever, offer the same support in return. When you need assistance or understanding, they may dismiss your concerns, make excuses, or disappear altogether. This one-sided dynamic highlights their true intentions. They are not interested in a mutual, supportive relationship but rather in using you as a means to their own ends. Over time, their exploitation can extend beyond emotional or psychological manipulation to include material or financial abuse. They may borrow money with no intention of repaying it, take advantage of your resources, or even jeopardize your reputation to serve their own interests. This pattern of behavior is not only draining but also damaging to your well-being, as it erodes your trust in others and leaves you feeling used and devalued. To protect yourself, it's crucial to set and enforce clear boundaries. Recognize that your kindness should never come at the expense of your own happiness or mental health. Saying no does not make you selfish, it's a necessary act of self-preservation. Surround yourself with people who appreciate and reciprocate your generosity rather than exploiting it for their own gain. Another important step is to evaluate the dynamics of your relationships. Healthy connections are built on mutual respect, where both parties support and uplift each other. If someone's behavior consistently drains you or makes you feel unappreciated, it's time to reassess their role in your life. True kindness is a strength, but it should never be a vulnerability that others exploit. Recognizing and addressing this toxic behavior ensures that your compassion is directed toward those who genuinely value and deserve it.